well, I don't like restricting myself first of all, because I don't want to say no. I post only dance videos, and then tomorrow you see me posting karate. You see, so I like to say my social media is just my lifestyle. It's not restricted to anything. If I wake up the next morning and I realize that I can actually do ballet, I'm gonna do it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Simon Marcello Show. Today is our very first episode for our Progressive Young Creative segments. My name is Inani Sithathe and I'm going to be co-hosting alongside Marcello Simon. Today we have with us a dancer, model, content creator, and karate kid herself, Dimpho Sithathe.
Hi, hello, hi.
Hi, I'm so excited to see you today.
Thank
How are you
for
feeling?
having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so good. I'm really excited to hear from you today.
Thank you for having me. Thanks.
Dimpho, hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Simon. I'm good. Are you right?
Okay. Firstly, I just want to know who is Dimpho Sithathe from you now. I heard the intro, but I feel like I should give you a chance to explain yourself.
All right. Dimpho Sithathe is a Sotho girl that doesn't know how to speak Sotho properly, by the way. Yeah, but Dimpho is just a 22 years old girl from Eastern Cape. Mthatha nisuke ngangelizwe. Ekasi, Ekasi, where there's Amapara and everything. So yeah, Dimpho is just a young woman, very determined, trying to, figure this thing called life. Yeah, I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah, but I'm kind of interested more in childhood. What your best memories as a child, maybe 4 years, Dimpho, 6 years old until now.
Okay. Childhood, well, I was born in Mthatha, by the way. I was born in Mthatha. My pops is Sotho, my mom is Xhosa. So they got married, and that makes me Sotho, right? And at home, we used to speak, both of those languages, Sotho and Xhosa. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a third born out of 7, children, 5 girls and 2 boys. And what else? Yeah, childhood memories. I mean, I think they're just childhood memories.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in the streets. Of course, as a girl, it's not really about, no, you're a girl, whatever. Of course, parents are, trying to groom us and everything, but we play outside the house with other kids. I used to play, PPAs, and a bit of soccer with, my brothers. And yeah, I went to a public school called Deemz from grade 1 to grade 9, and then went to another high school called Zimele High School. I think that's where my best memories are at, actually. I mean, there was a lot of experience, because I think that's where I just decided to explore myself as an individual as well. Not fully though, but yeah, I think that's where exploration of myself started. So yeah, that's just me.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
it's just me.
So on your YouTube channel, I know that you're an extrovert, but you did describe your fear of opening a channel, and you said that you were afraid of the unknown and afraid of whether or not you'll be entertaining enough. So now that you have opened it and you're quite an active content creator, I was wondering what helped you move past that fear into creating.
Right. Content creation, right? That's my other baby. Oh, that's my baby. So, content creation, I started YouTube channel when? I forgot when. I think like 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Before I started it, I had planned to start it actually in 2018 after matric, right? And 2019, I relaxed because, as you said, I had fear of unknown, honestly, because there was no particular thing that I was afraid of to say. Of course, I was afraid of, are people going to like me? Are people going to enjoy my content? Do I even deliver proper content, right? But yeah, I started the channel in 2021. And I mean, how did I overcome the fear? I think I just woke up and just decided to do it and stopped overthinking, really. Because what I realized was that I kept on overthinking. And it's, as content creators, we do watch other content creators' content, and we try to range ourselves, referencing from them, because maybe they're a little bit far or further than us. So when I got to compare my content to the other content creators, that's when I think the fear arose. I was like, hey, these people are delivering proper content and everything. But I decided to just do it because I mean it's my content. It's not anyone's content. So I was just like, stop comparing yourself. Just decided to wake up and shot a video, and then that's how I did it.
Is myself, I'm thirsty. This is the only energy drink that says a prayer before you drink it. It says tick. Love it, man. I heard you that you are a karate kid. Tell me more about the thing, the karate. What inspired you to go into karate? As a child, were you experiencing abuse, and when you got to varsity, you were like, no, I need to learn self-defense, or you were just doing it for fun, or something that you have been passionate about it?
Karate, right? First of all, it wasn't for fun at first. It was really about, self-defense. As I said earlier, that I'm from Ekasi. Kukama para, they just makupi okapi and trying to stab you, take out your belongings. So I'm from that kind of environment. So my dad, or my late dad, he used to encourage us to, actually learn self-defense. He actually wanted us to do boxing. I think that was when I was in high school. And, I mean, I didn't have much time to do boxing because it was, the boxing club was like very, very far. So it started there, from my father, actually. It started there. But I didn't really get time to, do boxing because, I mean, as I said, it was very far. So I was just like, you know what, let me just pause this whole thing and, do it properly when I have, proper time to do it, and when I have, near resources to do it. And I went to NMU 2019, where I was doing another degree there. And that's when I started doing karate. There, I went there because I was like, you know what, I just want self-defense. I want self-defense and that's it. I didn't want to compete or anything. And then, so my sensei, that's what they call the instructor of karate, sensei, right? So my sensei was like, first competition, I was like, Dimpho, come in, I was like, no, but I joined karate because of the self-defense. But, he was just like, you are a fighter, you love this thing and everything. And so that's when the love started. I moved from, wanting self-defense skills to making it a hobby, something that I love. So that.
Do you still compete?
Not the last time I competed was like 2019. Why? Because it's because like karate has different styles, right? It has different. There's Kyokushinkan, there's Juden, then there's all the styles. So when I got here, I did not find the style that I was doing. I saw other styles as not irrelevant, but I didn't want to change the style I was at because I feel like it was proper. So I no longer compete. Well, not no longer, but I had not competed since 2019. I'm still planning to go back to karate, by the way, and be a full-time fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's because of school now.
This karate thing, your father in kind of, let me just say, your father encouraging you to join boxing. Was he a boxer or?
He was, actually. My father was a boxer, and my older brother, my parents' firstborn child, he did boxing as well. And the boy that comes after me, he did boxing as well. But it was, not something, I don't know. They didn't do it, regularly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was just not a family of boxers, but we just loved fighting. You know,
Yeah.
every time when boxing played, we used to like just sit down and then just watch.
You
So,
know,
yeah.
like if you have a guy who kind of abusive, hey, they're going to mess him up. Eh?
Definitely, why not?
Yeah.
You must. I don't be women.
Yeah.
I kick boys.
Really? Hey.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
But make me afraid. You.
No, don't be.
So like
No.
when you guys were training the boxing, where
Karate.
the karate, I mean, were the instructors kind of maybe having I don't want to say a mantra, but something that was motivating you guys? They were using the trends that happens these days, you know, where women are being abused and all the stuff. They say, guys, you must learn this because out there in the streets it's not safe, you know what men are doing too. It's just recently we have been hearing a case of a young man who abused a girl at a certain residence and all the stuff. Were they telling you guys these things?
Before I answer your question, first of all, karate is about discipline, right? And as much as I'd say, Simon, be disciplined, I mean, it's not guaranteed that you're going to listen to me and actually be disciplined, right? So, talking about karate, the motive, each person had to find their own motive. Because, I mean, if I am fighting, I'm competing, I cannot be thinking about, Gonja, what did Simon said? How did he motivate me to fight? I needed to find that one thing that made me angry. Because I remember the very first time I fought, I used to feel for the opponent, right? I didn't want to, not that I have the strongest punches, but I mean, I didn't want to throw punches because I was like, no, I'm hurting the other person. Hence now, each person had to have their own motive. So my motive, I almost got mugged, you know, where I'm from, Eastern Cape. There was an instance where I almost got mugged, and well, that made me, you know, that made me furious, I guess, that if that's the right word. Because I remember that boy, and he was a short boy, a very short boy. But of course, Ulipara, I mean, we're afraid of those people. And he was like, give me 50 cents. And I'm like, I don't, that was back then, you know, 50 cents, you know, at least me, Malan.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, give me some money. And I'm like, I don't have it. I don't have it. Even if I had it, I was not going to give you, you know. And wafakimpa me one, slap, wah. And I was like, do it again. You know those things of, you know, girls when you like, do it again. And you think that they're not going to do it again. And he slapped me again. He did it, you know. And when I got home, I was so mad at myself that I could not defend myself, you know. And going back to your question, that was my motive. Every single time before I go to a dojo, or that's what they call where we train at, you know, where we train karate, it's a dojo. Every single time when I enter the door, I always think of that, you know, incident, because I mean, I felt so, I don't know, powerless, you know. I felt so powerless, I could not defend myself. So, yeah, that has always been my motive, that I want to, you know, protect those who cannot defend myself where I can. Of course, not being a hero, because, I mean, it's dangerous. But, yeah, just to be able to defend myself and be able to protect those who cannot defend where I can.
That's
So there was no, you know, motive, common motive or formula, which, you know, you're supposed to do this so that you can be able to fight or whatever. No.
yes.
Okay, and last year you were a mentor as well as a class representative, and taking from what you just said now, it's clear that you have like leadership qualities. Have you always known that you wanted to be a leader, and how was it stepping into that role?
Leadership, right? I mean, I always knew that I'm a leader. I mean, since, you know, high school, I was part of, you know, RCL. And from there, I mean, not even from there, I just always knew that, you know, I'm a leader. Well, that's how my parents, you know, raised me, that you don't follow people, you lead, okay? You lead. So I always had it in me that, you know, Dimpho, you are a leader. FYE, I wanted to be a mentor because, you know, I just wanted to, you know, help first years, you know, give them the help that they couldn't get, that I couldn't get when I was a first year. And yeah, leadership is just my thing as well. And I don't know if I'm answering your question. Yeah, just that it is really my thing. I have been exposed to quite some few leadership positions. Second year, I was a fundraising, entertainment, and sports officer at Education Students Council. And this year, fortunately, I'm a chairperson at Noswell Residence. So, it's that's part of me. Leadership is part of me.
You're my president.
Basically, basically.
You're so big as my president. You must respect her. I respect her so much. You being an entertainer, I know you were a dancer. When did you realize that, you know what, Dimpho, you can dance?
When did I realize? I remember in high school, of course, we used to have, get-togethers as friends and would play music. And of course, I would move. But I didn't regard myself as a dancer because I never thought that I would be a dancer, actually. I knew that I could, move left or right or whatever when music is playing. But I did not regard myself as a dancer. And then I came to Wits. That was like 2020. Mid 2020, I think that's actually where I realized that I can dance. Of course, I was getting help from my brother Upawalo, which I admire so much. He's helping me with this, content creation thing. I remember I posted a video on one of my socials. I shot a video, posted it, and then people were commenting. I usually post it on Instagram and sometimes on my, WhatsApp. So people from my contact list on WhatsApp, they were like, no, Dimpho, actually, why have you been hiding this thing, girl? All of those things. And of course, I knew that, I could move, but I didn't know that I was that much of a good dancer, And I think, that's when I was like, actually, maybe I can do this thing, and make it be a thing. And then Babalo was like, no, don't say maybe, do it. You are a dancer, you are a performer, do it. And then from then, I never stopped.
And you have a lot of following on IG, like a lot of it.
Okay.
More than us. That one can dance there.
Really?
A very good dancer. I don't think you can dance with her. Later.
Oh,
That one she can dance so
Oh,
much.
I'd love to say that.
I wish I can dance, I wish I knew how. So I just admire you guys with that talent and all the best with that. So how are you balancing the entertainment side and the education side?
Entertainment, right? As it called, it's entertainment.
Yeah.
School, for me, it's not entertaining. School is not entertaining, first of all. So outside from school, I try to find entertainment. And it happened that dance becomes one of, the entertainment things I do.
I know
the
you are
entertainment things I do.
MC.
Sorry?
I know you also do MC.
Yeah, I do that as well.
So
I do that as well.
it's a lot of entertainment.
It's just a lot of entertainment, honestly. I think the balance is only coming from me wanting to go away from schoolwork, just wanting to take it easy and just take a breather. When I dance, as much as I take it serious, there's not so much thinking and reasoning like there is at school, it's just like you dancing around, and just having fun. I think that's just where the balance is coming from. Yeah.
And how would you describe the content that you post? Like, because I know that you also have like really good outfits and like your fashion, you dance, you do vlogs. So how would you describe that to someone?
Well, let me say, I don't like restricting myself, first of all, because I don't want to say, no, I post only dance videos and then tomorrow you see me posting karate, you see. So I like to say my social media is just my lifestyle, it's not restricted to anything. If I wake up the next morning and I realize that I can actually do ballet, I'm going to do it, So it's really not, my content is really not limited to anything. But at the moment, it's just dance. Let me just not restrict myself. Let me just say it's just not restricted. Whatever that I decide to do at that particular moment, I'm going to focus on it and just, do it. Yeah.
Is there anyone like in the industry like you are looking up to, say, I don't want to say a role model, but someone you are looking up to is, I wish I can be here in the future?
Yo, it's, well, I look up to Beyonce and
Okay.
Hannah a
Yeah.
lot.
Same.
I could not choose between the two of them. I could not. I literally get goosebumps every time I watch their music videos or whatever. Same, ne?
Yeah,
Love
love
that.
them.
So yeah, Beyonce and Hannah, yo, those two women, they're just beautiful. They're amazing. They're
Yeah.
amazing. But I wouldn't say they are kind of my role models. Why? Because I think currently they are, well, I'm doing something that is slightly, different from what they are doing. So I am just inspired by great work. It does not matter who the work is coming from, who the talent is coming from. As long as it's great work, then I'm inspired by that. I'm not selective and say, no, Foka is my whatever, and young Stana, no, I don't stand him or whatever,
Yeah.
So I'm
And-
inspired by talent.
Anyway, what is a role model according to you? Talking about, not you referring to them as role models.
What is a role model? A role model is someone whom you are, of course, looking up to, is someone who is some kind of a reference, not saying whatever that you do, whatever that person does, you're going to do it. But I think it gets in where you're like, okay, now I'm stuck, or I want to move to the following step. Who do I reference, or where do I reference from? Those things. So I think a role model is just someone who you admire, who inspires you, who just motivates you to become the best version of yourself. I think that's what a role model is to me.
I know that one of your biggest fears is dying before you've reached your potential and purpose. So do you think you have figured out what your purpose is?
Well, I think I have. So there was this one time, as I'm doing education, during there's a period where we go for teaching experience, where we just go to the field, we go to schools and teach, right? And I remember, conducting my very first lesson. Of course, I am used to teaching, because I used to do it in high school, teach other, learners as a learner. But now it was a different environment. I was a teacher. I was a role model now to these learners, So it was a different experience. So I remember conducting my first lesson. I was teaching mathematics then, grade 10, I remember. Hey, I had the whole entire lesson, I had goosebumps. Literally, I was having chills, literally the entire lesson. And I was like, I asked myself, is it because maybe I'm nervous because it's my first time as a teacher in front of learners, or what, And then I was like, I missed it during the day. Went back to rest, and still the thought of me having goosebumps when I teach, it could not leave my mind, right? And I prayed about it. I pray about everything, I pray about Umjolo, I pray about, all the things. I pray about everything, right?
You're taking notes. Must pray about everything.
So yeah.
Jolly mean.
Actually, so yeah, I prayed about it, and I remember, after praying, I took time to just listen to what I just said, because sometimes it happens that you just pray, because of course you have to pray every single day. Well, that's my life. But then it happens that you pray and not listen, to God speaking to you. So that day, I prayed, and I sat down, listen, like trying to process all of, whatever that I was feeling. And then I was like, that's my purpose. That's my purpose. And I believed that those were the words that were coming directly from God, because I had never felt like that before when I'm in front of people teaching something. So yeah, I have found my purpose. I have.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Purpose thing. Discovering your purpose. It's a very difficult one.
It is. It is.
What are your plans, as an entertainer, in the industry? What are you planning to achieve in the next coming 5 or 10 years? Where do you see yourself?
In the next what? How many years?
5 to 10 years.
5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am planning to. Again, I'm doing education, and there's also entertainment. There will be a point in my life where I just focus on entertainment, right? Not that I don't want to deal with them, because it doesn't feel like I'm dealing with entertainment. It's just like me getting away from schoolwork. So I think there will be a time where I just focus on entertainment. So what I want to achieve in the entertainment industry, there's a lot. I mean, I want to be international. I want to be international, because I believe that I'm a performer. I'm an artist. I'm not just a dancer. I'm an artist. I can sing. Well, not sing, but I sing. I can sing, and yeah, there's just a lot that I'm hoping to achieve. There's just a lot.
What genre you want to specialize with?
Nothing specific, really.
Not piano, R&B.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. If if the zeal is saying no, do a piano, or have an idea of an piano song, I'm gonna do it. If R&B is coming, I'm gonna do it.
There's a guy called Cedric Tsongaboy. Do you know him?
Cedric.
The Tsongaboy.
No.
He sang a song featuring Makadzi. I just forgot the name of the song. But he also the one who's singing the song called Chica.
Chica.
Yeah.
And he has it on. I don't know.
I will send you his work.
Okay.
He's a choreographer, he's a musician, he's an MC. So the reason why I'm referring, kind of asking you about him, is because he's doing something kind of similar to what you're doing. He's not specific what he kind of specialized with. So he goes out. Just a few months ago, he was in the US.
Oh, really?
And Los Angeles, and just before COVID, he was in New York and all this stuff. As always around,
What is he doing? What did you say he's doing?
He's a musician.
Oh, okay.
He's a MC, choreographer, and just doing a whole lot of things. He's best in what he does.
Beautiful.
He's the one who choreographed the songs of Mafikizolo.
Okay, I know my favorite.
Yeah, most of their music videos is the one. Even in the music video of Yellow Bone by Makat, he's one of the dancers. You will know about him. So you're just doing something kind of similar to what you're doing.
Okay.
So having to be an educator, right, and being entertainer, you know how kids are. Are you ready to take the pressure? Because you'll be trending on weekends. Hey, ma'am, ba jaiva kai kai, and all the stuff. You come on Monday. You know how kids are. Are you going to take that kind of pressure from them?
Actually, that incident happened.
Yeah.
I think it was last year, because each and every year we go for teaching experience, right? So last year I went to this other school, and it was an art school. They do have maths as well. So I remember there was one of my videos that was trending at a particular time, and one of my learners was like, "How, ma'am? Can't you don't tell us when you are an influencer here? Those things." So I did not really deal with it. I just smized it. Because it's not. It's not a relationship I want to have with my learners. I don't want them to see me as an entertainer. If it happens that we bump wherever I'm performing that particular time, then so be it. But I really do not want them to see me as Deemz, the social media Deemz, but I'm Mem Sithathe. And as I said earlier, that there will be a point in my life where I just focus on entertainment and just, and just put education at pause, So yeah, I think that's just how I'm planning to handling pressure and everything. But I do suspect that there will be a time where I have to perform and then Monday I'll have to go to work.
Yeah,
You know?
like, cause like you'll be singing, performing, and maybe someone who knows you, one of your learners, will be there wearing a miniskirt, taking your videos and all kinds of shots. They send on the group chat on Monday. Waphezu kwakho.
True,
You
true.
see.
Yeah, no, as I said, I am planning to just do education and then do entertainment alone. Yeah, that's all what I'm planning to do.
That being said, let's talk about the near future.
Okay.
When can we expect new YouTube videos? It's been a while since you've dropped, girl. Plus, I know your birthday is soon, 15th of May. It's Taurus season. Maybe a birthday vlog. Like, when can we expect new content on YouTube?
YouTube is a bit slacking. Not slacking. I just put it on pause because I didn't have proper resources to deliver the content that I desired to deliver. And by the way, recently I just bought myself a new phone with my own money, an iPhone,
Love
right?
to hear it.
So do expect content. Do expect content, but of course, it is going to be a bit difficult because YouTube is very time consuming. It's very time consuming, especially with the idea and the vision that I have. And I'm almost done with my degree, so school is it's taking much of my time. So, but do expect content soon. I can't, just specify or next week or whenever, but soon I will, try to take a breather, here and there.
You guys heard us say it live on camera. We can expect content soon. Okay, can't wait.
Dimpho, I just want to say thank you for coming here, and talk to us. I really, really don't take it that lightly. And thank you so much. What is your message to other people out there who are thinking of joining karate?
Of
They've-
training karate.
Yeah, they haven't made their mind. They're just thinking, I'm good with fighting. I wonder whether they can pick a fight with me or not. And I'm very good with it. So you don't scare me much.
Wow.
What are your advice to someone who's planning to say, what, I'm a girl, but like I just want to learn the basic stuff of self-defense and all the stuff. Wherever I go, I know at least I can defend myself. And someone thinking, I wanna start a YouTube channel and do something. I know DJ Spoo is on the campaign right now to release videos every day on YouTube. You can find that a day he releases more than three videos in a day.
Wow.
And his aim is to reach 100k subscribers by the end of this year. And he was on 50 recently. Now he's moving on 70k.
Beautiful.
So he's talking about consistency and hard work in it. And what is your advice to someone who's like, I wanna start a YouTube video, and someone who does, YouTube channel, and someone who does have a YouTube channel but is kind of struggling to grow their followers, just like us and all this stuff. What is your advice to those people?
Okay, let me start with YouTube, right? Let me just say, I think I can't advise people on what to do to get more following on YouTube because I do not have that much of following on YouTube, right? But what I can just say is wake up, shoot a video, post it.
Yeah.
Pretend as if you are posting it on your WhatsApp, right? Pretend as if it's just WhatsApp or TikTok. Or TikTok, because it's just entertainment. It's not like you're going to get marks for this. Of course, there's feedback from people, but it's just like you putting yourself out there. There's nothing, to overthink or whatever. So I think whoever that wants to start a YouTube channel, do not overthink it. Just wake up and just shoot a video, then post that. I'm still looking forward to growing otherwise on YouTube because there's still much work to be done there. Karate. First of all, if you are joining karate because you want self-defense and just that, can I tell you, you're lying. You are definitely going to go there and compete. right?
Really?
Because when you are training, right, and you can see that you are a good fighter, I mean, there's always that zeal to go compete and just, beat asses. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. It's
Kick
fun.
ass.
Yeah.
So karate, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it, for girls actually, because there's a lot of gender-based violence, instances where we cannot protect ourselves, as I narrated earlier. So just really go for it. It's very highly recommended. And I remember I used to think that karate is not necessarily a man's sport, but I used to think that only males can excel in karate. I did not have limits when I joined karate. I remember in the dojo. So there used to be like amachita that side and girls sometimes.
Yeah.
There's something that's called sparring, where we just, pretend like we're fighting. So girls used to fight with girls and amachita and amachita. I was with the boys because I wanted to get that punch from a boy,
Yeah.
So my advice is just do not be limited by anything. Do not be restricted because you're a woman or whatever. Let go of any stereotypes or whatever that you want to do. Do not think of all of those things. If you want to do it, go for it. Go for it.
That's really
Yeah.
great. All the best with everything that you do. I know you have some medals and a trophy in karate, so you're a legend yourself. I
Amen.
wish you can return and just be flexible and just always be there to revitalize your skills with karate and as I said before, all the best with everything that you do. What can we expect from you from now on? Besides entertainment or anything, any surprises or something new, or maybe are you planning maybe to have a song? I've realized that with entertainment, it's very important for you to start building your brand, like right now. By the time you wanna get a record label, at least you have a profile, you have your previous work for them to refer to, say, no, we have been seeing you, you have been doing, you have been working. So recording songs before you want a record label, I think is very advantageous for you to be there, in that space. So are you planning on releasing any genre kind of songs?
Nah, I'm not planning. Well, now
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm planning to
There's
release
so many
any
studios
song.
in Brown. I know.
I know, but I like to. I don't like to overwhelm myself. I like to focus on a particular thing at that particular time, right? If maybe I am doing dance or I'm doing school or whatever, I like to focus on that. For instance, now I'm doing dance. I'm not saying I am ditching music, but I'm just saying my focus is on dance now, and hence I'm saying I'm not currently planning to releasing anything. In terms of what can people expect, anything, child, anything, literally. Maybe I don't know, anything. As I said, I don't like restricting myself or whatsoever. So yeah, just entertainment as a whole. Entertainment as a whole. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was really nice to speak to you.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks, man. All the best.
Bye, you. Thanks.